Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Set, 180! Switch.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. They'll get this into the hands of Deon Cain. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Hendricks. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Mayfield down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. Hendricks. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Mayfield on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Wilkins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On second down now, Hendricks. And room there to work it inside the 25. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Coleman. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet. Probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Break. Mike 57, Mike 57. I don't think you got it, son.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Got it. What's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, Haywood. Hey. Motion. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, seam 6 now.
Looking to throw on second down. Chamberlain. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 27 yards there, a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Go.
To throw on second down. Chamberlain. Ebron caught left side. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the ready.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They don't keep playing.
third down.
Whoa! Let's get it. Set, ready? 10-2 stop. Hey, Charlie. Let's go, D. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Let's go, D. Big series right.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Chamberlain. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work to fit. Brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll run on 1st down. Hendricks, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert.
Mayfield to throw it. It's caught by OBJ. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Go, go.
To throw from his end zone, Chamberlain. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
54. Mike 54. I'm scared.
They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You must be dreaming. Hey, exit.
2nd and 4. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
We got double up, double up. Let's go.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Ready. 90, Wolf. That's a blow. 34. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Sponge. Pilot, 64, weak. Snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chamberlain, he gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Here's Gaskin. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
Good. 180. 58. Come on. Man, they're scared. They're scared. What? Hey, we're 33.
On 2nd down, Hendricks. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Regular.
1st down, Mayfield. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Check. Run. Point it right.
Now Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Throwing, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right?
And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. This is Gaskin on the carry. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
60 outlaw. Let's go, team. Ready?
Off play action. Chamberlain under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Evans. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Tighten up.
Back to throw. Chamberlain. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Brings up second and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Good. 180. Mike 58 right there. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right. One time.
Throwing on second and 8. Mayfield. He finds his target. Beckham. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
50 seconds. 180. Coming this way. Here we go. Up left.
They go play action. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
At the 34-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mayfield now from the 50. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Check the backer, check the backer. 80 weapons. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Throwing to start the drive. Chamberlain. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready. 54. Mike 54. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Smooth.
On 3rd down, Chamberlain. And able to find Kirk complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Hey, orbit.
51, Mike.
Big Griffin.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Chamberlain. Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Third and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the third at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On first down, Chamberlain, and that's complete to Adams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, zoom.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Ready. 8-3.
So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
King. Hey, Delta.
He's checking. Crash.
3 times on. Let's go. Watch.
From the 22, Mayfield. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
220. Run.
Rap. Check 55 to mine.
Point it right.
Yeah.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30.
A gain of 26 yards. First down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, Hendricks. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And it's 3rd down.
Good. 180.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
13. But it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Mayfield now, and tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw on 2nd down. Chamberlain got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Hey, Alpha.
At the 26-yard line.
Hey.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Mike 52. Mike 52. You rush.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jordan Evans in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Go. 5.
2nd down and inches. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
60 or 54.
To throw on 3rd down. Chamberlain. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready. 10 logo.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Browns, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9, and they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.